The 2024 bar examination yielded 3,962 new lawyers in the country, representing a passing rate of 37.84%, according to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court announced the results of the fourth digitalized exam on Friday, December 13. Cal Christian G. Tutor from the University of the Philippines topped the 2024 bar exam with 85.77%. In his speech on Friday, 2024 Bar Committee Chairman Associate Justice Mario Lopez reminds the successful examinees to remain humble, believing those who passed are not superior to those who failed.
Congratulations to the most valuable lawyers. I commend you for your exceptional resilience in your bar journey. Remain humble, as you are not superior than those who fail.
To the examinees who failed, Lopez says failure is only a temporary detour.
For those who failed, remember that failure is a temporary detour, not a fatal defeat. Rise above it, move forward, and try again. Never lose the reason why you want to become a lawyer, as well as your commitment to advocate for the rule of law and justice. Note, history has proven that several examinees who failed, still they topped the bar exam when they took the bar again.
According to Lopez, the passing score was adjusted from 75% to 74%, which he says was approved by the court en banc. A total of 10,490 aspiring lawyers nationwide completed the bar test on September 8, 11, and 15. For the 2024 bar exams, the Supreme Court had 13 local testing centers across the country, 6 schools in the National Capital Region, 2 in Luzon, 3 in Visayas, and 2 in Mindanao. The Philippine government already deported more than 2,300 foreigners who worked for Philippine offshore gaming operators that were shut down by law enforcers. In a radio interview on Friday, December 13, Presidential Anti-Organized Crime Commission Chief Undersecretary Gilbert Cruz says most of the foreigners were sent back to China, their country of origin. He adds that some were deported to other countries like Indonesia, Malaysia, and Vietnam. The deportation of foreign Pogo workers is part of efforts to implement the nationwide Pogo ban, as ordered by President Bongbong Marcos in July. During his third State of the Nation address, Marcos ordered the Philippine Amusement Gaming Corporation to facilitate the winding down of the Pogo business by the end of the year. However, the president's directive to ban Pogos has presented new challenges for the government as rogue Pogos emerged. According to Cruz, around 200 rogue Pogos are still trying to operate nationwide. Mayor Jane Veloso, who is on death row in Indonesia, says that her planned transfer from Jakarta to Manila was a miracle. In an interview from prison with Agence France Presse, Veloso says Manila and Jakarta's agreement to repatriate her still feels like a dream. For Veloso, her transfer back to Manila is an answered prayer. Veloso says she had feelings of happiness since hearing news of the repatriation agreement. Last week, Indonesia's senior law and human rights minister Yusril Iza Mahendra said a practical agreement had been signed for her repatriation. He said her release could take place around December 20 before Christmas and that he had heard her death penalty would be reduced to life imprisonment. Her mother, Celia Veloso, earlier called for President Bongbong Marcos to grant Mary Jane clemency so she can spend Christmas with her family. Veloso was arrested and sentenced to death in 2010 after the suitcase she was carrying was found to be lined with 2.6 kilograms of heroin in a case that sparked uproar in the Philippines. Both she and her supporters claimed she was duped by an international drug syndicate. Her supporters said she was headed to work as a maid when she was arrested in Indonesia. In 2015, Veloso narrowly escaped execution after her suspected recruiter was arrested.